Hey, what's going on, guys? Sinister Skater here, and welcome to episode number 8 of the Black Ops 3 Best to Worst series. Last week we looked at the best to worst specialist weapons. This week we're going to be looking at the best to worst specialist abilities. Now, a little announcement. This is the last, I'm going to say weekly best to worst video as of right now. We already covered all the weapons and all the specialist abilities, and I'm kind of out of ideas for the weekly series. If you haven't noticed, I've been uploading this every week for now. But as of now, at least for next week, I don't plan on uploading best to worst. You know, if you guys have some good ideas down below in the comments, I could do it like every other week. Might be once a month. If you have any ideas for continuing the best to worst series, leave those down below in the comments. And let's get into ranking the specialist abilities. Now, this was kind of hard to do. I compare this to my SMG best to worst ranking, where like all the SMGs are kind of really good. They're kind of all equal, and it was really hard to rank them. There's like maybe one that stands above the others, maybe one that like is kind of bad, but pretty much they're all pretty equal. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to have a bunch of different kind of lists and rankings with all these different abilities. So as always, I encourage you to leave your ability list down below in the comments, or any like changes you'd have to my personal list down below in the comments. I'm pretty sure people are going to have some disagreements or just some changes with that. So let's start off with the best specialist ability, in my opinion, is active camo from the SPECTRE. This turns you pretty much invisible for a short period of time. And it's very useful for pretty much any situation. You can use this to, if someone sees you, you can go invisible, they can't see you anymore. You can use it to flank people, run across the map. You can use it whenever you want to, run across an open area, make an opening move, whatever. The invisibility is actually pretty good. It's pretty hard to see you unless you're like, if you're in shadows, it's kind of easy, but if you're in a lighted area, it's really hard to see you. I like it. It's awesome. It's at number 1 for my list. At number 2, we have FIREBREAK's Heat Wave. This, when you activate it, releases heat out from your FIREBREAK, and this heat wave will stun enemies and also destroy nearby enemy equipment. So this thing is really useful when you know how to use it. To use this thing, you can't just activate it on the ground because they have a chance of killing you. But if you jump in the air and activate the heat wave and just stun everyone, they can't like turn up to get you, or if they're shooting at you, they can't finish you off because they're stuck there. You just have to know how to use it, and it devastates people. You get it pretty fast. You just jump in the air, heat wave, people are stunned, and you just finish them off. It's really useful. At number 2 on my list. At number 3, we have Prophet's Glitch, which I like this thing because it's an easy cop-out of a bad situation. You run around the corner, you see an enemy, maybe you get hit once by a bullet, you activate Glitch, and you're safe to go. You can reevaluate your situation, run back to your spawn, run a different route, do whatever you need to do. You can use it whenever you want and avoid a death. Pretty simple. At number 4 for these specialist abilities, I have Ruin's Overdrive. This lets you go super fast, you get super speed, and it's an awesome ability. You can use it for many different ways, like the active camo as well. It's great for objective game modes like capture the flag or uplink. You just take off with that objective and score. People can't catch you. You can use it to flank people around the map. You can use it to get away from people. If you're in a gunfight and you're about to die, you just tap that button real quick and you go flying across the map. You're long gone. They can't get you. There's many uses for it. The super speed is really fast. The movement makes you hard to hit too. It's really hard for people to hit you because the movement is just really weird. You move in a really weird way. So there's a lot of ways that you can use Overdrive. It's really awesome specialist ability. Something that I like to use, especially since I like to rush with it too. At number 5 on my best to worst specialist ability list, we have Battery's Kinetic Armor. This is kind of like, what were those things called? Ballistic Vest back in Modern Warfare 3, I think. Doesn't work on headshots, but you don't take bullet damage to the body when it's active. So if you're in a gunfight and you're losing, or you're trying to get on an objective and you get grenades shot at you or something like that, you just activate Kinetic Armor and you can take a couple extra bullets, which could save you the game in some point, save you a gunfight, and it's awesome. This thing is also amazing in hardcore. Hardcore, you eat like 6 bullets when you die in like 1 or 2. It's like the Kinetic Armor carries from core into hardcore, so it's really awesome in hardcore specialists too as well. At number 6, we have Psychosis from the Reaper. You activate Psychosis and 3 decoy clones spawn in front of you or behind you or on the side of you. They just run out in front of you and kind of distract people. And I don't know, when I find it really easy to tell who is the real decoy or who's the real person that you have to kill when someone uses Psychosis, but when I'm using it, it confuses people pretty well. And then sometimes it doesn't confuse people. It could come clutch in really key moments when you need to hop out of an area, or you know you're gonna die, so you activate it and it might save your life. You know, you can't use it in close quarter situations because people are just gonna light them all up real quick, like through doorways. Do not use it through doorways. But if you're in the open and you know you're trying to take a hard point or a flag or flank someone or something like that, it could be useful. And that's Psychosis. At number 7, we have SERAPH's Combat Focus. This gives you a multiplier to your score streaks. I believe it's like a 1.5 or 2 times multiplier for your score, and it's situational. You have to know when to use it. Like if you see a bunch of people ahead of you and you know you're going to win the gunfight, you activate it and get your score up. It's really good for getting high score streaks fast. I like to use this thing in Kill Confirmed. You kill a bunch of people, or you activate and kill a bunch of people real quick, and then you go pick up the tags and you get like 150 or 200 points for each of the tag, and you get your freaking Wraith or something in no time, especially if there's a bunch of tags in front of you. So it's really situational. You have to know when to use it, but if you're going for high score streaks, it's nice to use. So that's what puts it at number 7 on my list. At number 8, something that some people may disagree with is Vision Pulse. Now, I loved Outrider's Vision Pulse in the very beginning of the game, even in the beta. You know, people complain that it was OP at launch, and some people, you know, they wanted it nerfed. And I don't know if they nerfed it or tweaked it a bit and didn't tell us, but I can't recall anything that they changed, but it's pretty bad in my opinion now. It allows you to see enemies through walls, and it tags them in red and puts them on your minimap as a constant red dot for a short period of time. But when you activate this, you pretty much announce where you are to the entire enemy team, because when you activate it, there's a primary wave or primary pulse that goes out and tells enemies that your vision pulse is about to activate, and then a secondary wave goes out and then actually tags people. So it tells enemies where you are, and it doesn't last that long. I find it really easy to counter. If someone sees the vision pulse on the map, they can just run away out of the range of your vision pulse, and there you go. It's kind of useless. Or if you're really close to the vision pulse, you can just charge up and kill the person. In just everyday situations, it doesn't seem to put you in an advantage that much, because it just tells the enemies where you are, and you get a highlight for maybe 3 seconds, 4 seconds, something like that, and then it goes away. And it's one of the longest charging specialist abilities, I think at 4 minutes or 4.5 minutes, where you know, most specialist weapons are charging in 4.5 minutes, something like that. So it takes a long time to get, and I can see it being good in some, you know, search and destroy matches where you gotta clutch around or something like that. But just in everyday gameplay, like I play Kill Confirm, Ground War, Domination, Hardpoint, it's not that useful in my opinion. And then finally, worst specialist in my opinion, which I'm pretty sure everyone can agree on, is Nomad's Reject, which is unfortunate because Nomad is just a very bad specialist. His Hive is last on my list. He needs a buff overall. Reject allows you to reincarnate yourself after a death. When you die, a bunch of green smoke comes on the map, which signals that you're alive, or that you have Reject on. So people just have to aim or camp over your smoke, and then you activate Reject, and then you're pretty much gonna die. If you're behind cover, yeah, you probably could live. It's cool for objective modes. You're hopping on the domination flag and you die, you can Reject again, and hopefully no one will kill you. I've done that lots, and it saves you the flag a lot. But for the most part, when you die, it counts as a death, and if you Reject and die again, it counts as another death. So you're just getting a free death, pretty much. All people have to do is aim at you, because there's a giant smoke cloud that signals you have Reject too. So just aim at the smoke cloud and spray, and you die. And if you don't use it, because you're trying not to die, you terminate the Reject, which you have an option to terminate it and not lose it. You lose half your progress, and then you have to charge it up again, and it's just really bad in my opinion. And it's bad. I have a bunch of ways to suggest on how to improve it, but I might be saving that for another video, because I want to improve Nomad and Reject, and maybe make a whole video on that. If not, Reject just sucks. So that's my best to worst specialist abilities list. Again, share your guys' list down below in the comments. I'm interested to see what you guys say, because I feel like this is going to be a controversial one, kind of like the SMG. So with that, guys, be sure to suggest any best to worst ideas, topics, things you want to see ranked down below in the comments to continue the series. As always, I'm SMGs. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe for future Black Ops 2 content. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.